Hey everybody, I am back again, and today I am talking leather sleeves. I'm trying to get everything ready for 2026. So the first thing I'm going to show you is this new company that I found in Portugal. It's called Alma, and I decided to order some sleeves from there. I needed an A5 and an A6. So let's see how they look. All right, so this is, pretty nice packaging. I like this paper. Definitely something I could use in my journaling. Has a little note here that is written in French since I'm living in France. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, so let's just take out here the journals, and I'm just going to put this back into the box like this. I smell the leather already. It smells very nice. Okay, here we go. Now, I like how they've done the packaging because they put these sort of like cardboard kind of sleeve on top of it to make it look like the sleeve of the journal, which I think is really cool. So here's the A5 and here is the A6. So let's get into it. Okay, very nice. So we have it smells divine. So we have, let me see if I can pan up a little bit. This A6 in orange. Okay, they gave me a free notebook inside and a free elastic, which I like that a lot in case I needed a new elastic. So that works really well. I'm going to be using this A5 to accommodate, let's see if I have an empty one, to accommodate this notebook right here, which is this is a Midori. No, this is a Hobonichi A5, and I have another one like this, but I use this to write my vocabulary because I've been learning Italian. And so what I'd probably do is, just put this inside of this sleeve. Now, I noticed this is a little bit longer, so this is probably not going to work for this one. But I do have another notebook that is smaller that could work in here. It's more like this size. But that's too bad because I really like this notebook. I like this Hobonichi. The paper is great. I might still use it even though it is a little, because it's this thickness is a bit much for this little thing, but I might still use it anyway, even though it is, a little bigger. So what I might have to do is just find something a little smaller. But like I said, I do have, I don't know if I have them here though. But I think I do have some smaller ones. So we'll see about that towards the end of the year. How are we going to make that work? But yeah, I like this. The leather smells divine. Very good quality, it seems like. All right, so let me put this back in for this right here. So I will look at that a little bit later. All right, and here's my extra elastic. Now, I did not choose the color of the elastics. They didn't give me that option online. So here it's got a bright green one, and here is an olive green one. So let's check the A5. All right, so the A5 is in this kind of burgundy color, which I'm also not mad at. I don't own any burgundy colored notebooks. Now they put in here a sample notebook from them. It's lined. I don't really like lined notebooks, but I'll figure it out. I'll do something with it. Now you see they leave this part like this, but I just simply have to make a knot there to put the notebook in. So Here's another, this is like an A5 sleeve. Smells good. Quality seems very good. I like how they put this little lip in here, which is for your elastic. I think that works really, really well. So what I'll probably be doing is using this for my notebook, my reading journal. I'm still in the process of trying to decide what kind of notebook I'm going to use. So yeah, but I really like this. I think this was a good buy. I'm quite happy with the color, and it has the Alma organizer stamp on the back. Yeah, really, really cool. So this is another option if you're living in Europe and you want to buy sleeves, and you're not sure where, to purchase them. You can purchase them at this place called Amla. And yeah, I'm happy with this. And the price was right because they had like a 20% off. So I was able to get this one for as low as something like 35 euros or something like that. So that was nice. All right, now the second thing I wanted to show you is the gift that I got for my birthday. I received a Louise Carmen. Yes. So I got this Louise Carmen, and it came with this beautiful bag. Now, it's my daughters that offered me this Louise Carmen organizer. This is the road book, and I love the sleeve though. So what did I get? Here's my road book, and it's in red, which I thoroughly love. And they picked out this lovely charm for the elastic, which I absolutely love, with the red cord. And I added these charms because I have charms here. So I add like the little balloon dog, the Eiffel Tower with the letter D, with a croissant and a piment in red. So it's mixed gold, silver, and red. And I'm quite happy with that because Louise Carmen is very expensive. The charms just add a lot more money to it. And charms, I feel like they're readily available in a lot of places, but I have them because I'm doing the junk journals. And so I can now swap these out. I have other charms. If I want to swap these out and put something completely different, I can do that. So this is my road book, which I'm very, very happy with, which I will be journaling in here periodically, mostly for events and special occasions and things like that. But I also have in here the Louise Carmen diary organizer planner. So this one I like because it goes well with my job. I'm a teacher, so it's daily, and you have from 6 in the morning to 9 p.m. in the evening, Monday through Saturday. Then you have Sunday below. You have a box for week's focus for work and personal. And then you have the work to-do list and the personal to-do list. So I'm going to be starting this in January. Nothing is labeled, and I like that because if you, for some reason, don't want to start at a certain time, you want to start later, you can. I'll be starting in January 2026. And so you also have, after each week, you have like space for more elaborate planning, phone numbers or any other, things you might need to write or remember. You have that in between each week. So this fits in the road book, almost just fits. So this came it came with so like this is the first 6 months, and then I have this one for the second 6 months. And so you can see it's beautifully done. This is hardcover, and when I'm ready I can swap out in July for this one. And they also got me this one right here, which is sort of like a journaling one. Now I'm just gonna move over here so you can't see what I've written, but you have the date on the top of each page, which I love. So if I write the date here and then I need to write more, I just start writing over this so you don't see that. But it's dotted. I absolutely love it. I use fountain pens. I don't have bleed through, so this paper is good. It has 64 pages, so I love that. And then my daughter's got me one for watercolor and drawing and painting. And this is just white paper, but it's very thick. So you could do a quick watercolor or paint inside of here with no problem. So that's that. And then they got me a second dotted one like this. So I like how this is done with Louise Carmen on the back. And then I like how it has this, you know, the dots in a row. This idea that you're thinking. So this is my beautiful Louise Carmen. And I'm really, excited to journal inside. As you can see there, it fits just with the diary inside of it. But it's perfect. I may take out the drawing one and maybe like only put it in like if I go away or something like that, because it's not that necessary. But I don't mind having it in there. And it also, oh yeah, I forgot to show you, it also has here in the diary, you have a marker here. So I think I'm really going to enjoy having this paper planner, because I really, like I do mark my things down sometimes in my phone, but the place where I really excel is in marking them in a paper journal, because this is the kind of thing that I would take with me when I go to work. If I have any, changes, I can just draw through or erase and add if I need to change my schedule at some point. So this is why I'm so thrilled to have received this at the end of September when it was my birthday. Love, love, love it. The leather is beautiful. There's a Louise Carmen on the back. I didn't get any, engraving. I didn't really want any. If I decide that I want engraving, I can always take it back and get it engraved if I want. My daughter said I could do that. It's not a problem. You just bring it in and they will engrave it for you. So I didn't have any plans on having this engraved. I like it plain as it is. The red color is popping and I love that. So I am going to have a blast, journaling my special moments in here. It also came with an extra string elastic for the road book. So I've kept that there like that. And it came, wait 1 second. Put this back in. I like putting it in the dust bag. It does, keep it clean. And, because, sometimes this is my craft space and sometimes things can spill and whatever. And having the dust bag is just another way of protecting it. So inside of the bag also came this beautiful newspaper that comes with it. And it shows you, like, look how beautiful that is. Wow, wow, wow. And it shows you what you can do or what people have done with their Louise Carmen journals. So you can see here, you know, someone has put the flower, the color, you know, the color coordination and things like that are very different on each one. Then you can also use some of this to journal with. Here you have, you know, some people's Louise Carmen journals. I love this with, they do have black paper. I love how they have the one with black paper, which is also a possibility that I might in the future pick up, is a journal, a paper insert of black paper, because I do like writing with white ink on the black paper. And this is like artwork that people have done inside of their, you know, in their inserts. I think it looks really good. And then here we have these little cutouts that you could actually use if you wanted to journal with them. You could, you know, I could cut these out, which I just might, you know, cut them out, particularly the little bag and the little journal. And, you know, there's many things I could do with that. And you also have here is a sign up for a digital workshop. And you can scan this to get access to that digital workshop about journaling. It also shows you some of the different things about the leather sleeves. So, for example, the patina and how the journal is going to change over time. And Louise Carmen sells a balm, which is particularly eco-friendly formula balm of, I think it's cedar essential oil to put onto the journals. So they sell that in the shops and online as well. If you're interested in getting that, you can get it online. And it has here like a little bit of explanation how to take care of your Louise Carmen. And then you see here you have the, you know, the gris-gris, as they call them. These are the gris-gris that go in the, you know, on the front of the journals. And then they have the little ones that you can put on the side as well. So yeah, and that is nice because it has all of the different addresses where you can find Louise Carmen. So you have quite a lot of different places where you can find them. And of course, Louise Carmen is the signature bag, is this black bag with the Passage du Cerf in the 2e arrondissement. And I'm thinking I'm going to make a junk journal out of this particular bag because I like this. It's very cardboardish. It's not too thick, and it would be great to do a junk journal. So stay tuned for that at some point. All right. So that is all I have for you today. So you've seen it, the Louise Carmen, and you have seen it. You have seen the Alma sleeves in A5 and A6. Well done. Love that. And I'll come back with you when I figure out what I'm going to be using inside of here, because sadly, my original plan, which was to use this Hobonichi, it's not going to work. I mean, it's literally the same size as the sleeve. So sometimes I feel like they say the sleeve, it should be a little bit bigger than the actual size. So like if it's A4, it should be a smidgen bigger. Or if it's A5, it should be a smidgen bigger, or if it's whatever. And I'm finding that a lot of the companies, what they're doing is they make the sleeve exactly the size A5 or exactly the size A4. And what that means is that you have no other option but to buy their notebooks to put into your sleeve. And I feel like that's crazy to me, because for me, I value the quality of paper. And yeah, I feel like if the paper is not, great quality, why am I paying all this extra money? Now, let me see. I do have one here. Let's see. This one will fit in here. This is a A5 notebook. I have a bunch of these. It's not the best quality of paper though, but yeah, it could fit. But I don't mind buying the Louise Carmen ones, even though they're not cheap, because I think this one is 15 euros. This one with 64 sheets, with the dotted, I think it's 54 euros. So I don't know. We're going to see. I might have to find another way around this A5 situation. Sorry, the A6 situation with this one. I think my notebook, I don't know which notebook I'm going to use just yet, but I think my notebook, my A5 notebook might hang off the edge because it's a little bit on the thicker side. It might hang off a little bit, but I don't really mind. I don't think if the one that I think that I'm going to use is. But yeah, this is unfortunate that it's not going to work because it's literally exactly the same size. So thick, it's quite, I thought it would fit, this way as well, but no, it's a little bit too thick. So we're going to see what how I can make it work. So that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about the sleeves. And I will be back very soon with another video. Bye-bye.